Mr. Weston, thank you so much for having us here on your property. So many great trees, such a great place. Tell us about your favorite apple here.
Without question, without even hesitation. My favorite apple has always been and will always be, it'll be mounted on my tombstone, I think, is a King David.
Okay.
The King David, why? Because, first of all, its color is maroon with there's always a little yellow moon on it, so it's gorgeous looking. Inside, the flesh is green and has the flavor of a Montmorency cherry. Cherries I love too. That's why I love it. Pockets of green fluid, that's part of the sap of the apple. I suck on.
Mr. Weston, we're humbled. Thank you so much for having us on your property. We can't wait to feature your apples, and more specifically, your King David apples in our restaurants with Marcus Hotels, restaurants, all throughout Milwaukee. Hi everybody, I'm Brian Frakes. Welcome to the Pfister Kitchen. It's November, it's apple time. We got a great dish that we're gonna prepare for you, inspired by our friends at Weston Antique Apples in New Berlin. I'm excited to show the dish to you and all the different diversity of the King David apple that we're gonna be featuring in all the Marcus restaurants this November. Really, it's all about the King David apple. Even Ken Weston himself will tell you they're not the prettiest things in the world, but it's one of the best apples you've ever tasted. It's great for hand eating. It's also great to cook with. So we're going to do a little bit of both. We're going to make a vinaigrette out of it. We're going to cook some duck. We're going to make some beautiful drunken figs. Lots of great stuff. So let me show you what we're doing here. I'm going to start with a cider emulsion, and I've already peeled one of these King David apples, and this is super simple. Basically, you're making an applesauce, but there's just a little bit of a looser, juicier version of applesauce, and it makes a wonderful vinaigrette for this salad. So, little King David apple, just a touch of cinnamon, touch of nutmeg, a little bit of fresh apple cider that we got from their apple farm. Brown sugar, add as much or as little as you like. Just a little bit of vanilla that's going to help bring out that nice fresh apple taste. And some Riesling wine. So what we do, pop this all in here, blend it to a really smooth puree. If you don't love the consistency, you can add a touch more cider. If you want to make it thicker, throw it on a low heat and reduce it down a little bit. We like this consistency right here. Get a fresh spoon, and I'll show you this later on when we put it on there, but that's what you're looking for, and that's just all straight fresh apple goodness. Okay, so another great sweet component to this dish is something that we do around here quite often called Drunken figs. It goes great with cheeses. That's really going to help bring out the fresh Chèvre that we got from Calville cheese here in Wisconsin, but we love these figs. It's simple to do. You can do this at home. Start off with a little bit of booze, some nice brandy. Burn the alcohol off, and then you basically, all of this nice liquid here, you're just rehydrating the dried figs, and it just gets all this goodness inside the figs. Makes them nice and juicy. Adding some bay leaf, a sash with some of your favorite herbs, and some cinnamon. And just basically you cook that down until you get this nice finished product where it has all that sweet goodness in there. And then the good news is you get a nice syrup that comes with it. So this has been sitting since yesterday in this marinade. It's going to be delicious. Another cool component to this dish, and you don't have to put every single one of these in, but I encourage you to because we love the dish, are some honey roasted squash. So we have this beautiful acorn squash. We did it two ways. You certainly don't have to. You basically just want to peel this, get the seeds out, and then dice it up. We coat it with lots of nice honey from our roof, or a local honey you could use. A little bit of olive oil, some rosemary, and just roast that off in the oven. Once you get it chopped up like this, it takes you maybe 15-20 minutes and it's done, and you got this beautiful condiment for a salad, or you can certainly heat it up and use that as a side dish for anything for dinner. So with the remainder of that beautiful King David apple, I'm going to cut them a little bit thicker, and we're gonna batter them with kind of a tempura batter that we made. That's I guess it's similar to a pancake batter, and just make these beautiful King David apple fritters. Touch of corn flour there, and then into our batter we'll do 2. I'm gonna fry these up. You could pan fry them, or we're gonna deep fry them here because we have a deep fryer. You may not have one at home. Okay, so now we got all the prep done, and now the fun part is we just get to put it all on a plate. So I'm gonna use a small plate cover and just get that fig syrup all around the edge. Anything circular you have in your house just might work. Looking pretty good to me as is, but we're gonna throw even more apple on there, even more goodness. This beautiful pancake battered tempura slice of King David apple as well. A little more crunch, a little more apple, a little more goodness. Frakes, you wanna do yourself a big favor? Get out to Marcus Restaurants, try the King David apple, try some good food, and enjoy yourself. We're looking forward to having you.